Thank you so very much for always coming around, for viewing my channel, my new viewers. You're welcome. If this is your first time of viewing my channel, you're welcome to Gstos TV Arena. And thank you so much for always viewing my channel, for always commenting nicely. And yes, I really appreciate you all. Okay, so recently, you already know that when Naomi brought Prince Tade to celebrate with his daddy over the project that he just completed. And this is just the first time that Kwenomi is, after for a while that Kwenomi has not been around. This is the first time that she will allow the prince to go for any event hosted by the father, by the king. So, and the king was so very very much happy to receive Prince Tade, and of course Prince Tade is his first son. What do you expect? So we were so happy to see Prince Tade, and of course Prince Tade too was so happy to see his father, and that he had to make a space for him to for the prince to sit close to him. So why I am here is that I'm not just talking about Prince Tade. I've been hearing so many gists about um, people saying that there will be, definitely there's going to be a competition between the prince and his siblings, his brothers. I was like, okay, these children are too young for all these unnecessary scandals, and nobody even cares about that. The most important thing, and why the most important thing, is that the king is happy, the the kids are happy that their father is taking good care of them, and their mothers are also happy, are in peace with themselves. So while all this is going on, it is said that Prince Tade is returning back to the palace, because with the news that we're hearing all this while, is that the king was asking Queen Naomi to bring Prince Tade to stay in the palace with him, according to what they said. And well, then the prince, the Queen Naomi could not send Prince Tade because he was still young, and she cannot send him there even if there is a nanny to take care of him without her supervision. And of course, you already know that no mother will want their child to stay far from them, especially in an environment where they just, she doesn't feel like it's a serene environment. When I mean serene environment, you already know what I'm trying to say for them. So the king requested for, according to what they were saying, requested that Prince Tade be sent to the palace to stay with him, so he can learn and grow in the palace, which Queen Naomi refused. Of course, we all knew that she was not going to accept. We knew her reasons then, and she refused to send him there. And of course, she was not going to the palace, so she cannot probably allow the son to go to the palace. So the Queen Naomi didn't send the prince to the palace because she was not there, and because of that, it was like an issue. They were going back and forth. The king asking Queen Naomi to send his son to him, and Queen Naomi refusing. They were going back and forth on this particular issue, which the letter, which all of a sudden the king allowed her to be allowed, stopped asking her about the prince, and of course, but I heard that they resolved the issues behind closed doors. That was when did Prince, I think it was Prince Tade's third birthday party, third 3 years birthday party, and it was massive. You will see that the king's pictures, his father pictures, his picture with his mom, his picture with his dad. It was all over. It was like the decor for the theme for the birthday party then. So they agreed that, according to what we're hearing, the people that were hearing, they agreed that the prince will stay with her for some years and grow before they can now before the prince can now come to stay with him, or visit him rather, in Ife. So now Prince Tade is 4 years old. He's still a baby though, but at least he's a little bit older now to start learning the culture and traditions of Ife. So I think this is the right time for Queen Naomi to allow the son to start coming around the palace, to start moving around the palace, to learn a lot of things. And most of you that are saying that Queen Naomi released the prince because she has now seen that, how did they even put it? That she has now seen that the other queens now have sons for Ooni of Ife, and the issue is that she was using the prince as a bet for her husband. And how did they even put it? Like, she doesn't want the king to see Prince Tade. That way the prince will continue looking for her, calling her, begging her and all that. That now that now why she released Prince Tade, why she even went for the occasion, is that the other queens have given birth to sons for the king. So that was why she released Prince Tade and even allowed Prince Tade to come for the occasion. And, well, I don't know where they heard the information from, or the gist from, but I don't really think that could be the issue. And I don't think that was the issue. But if you say it's because the king now have two sons, that even if Queen Naomi does not release Prince Tade and she wants to keep Prince Tade to herself, that Olori Tobi's son, Olori Ashley's son, Olori Marian, of course, by the grace of God, she too should give birth to a prince for the king. Olori Elizabeth, by the grace of God, she too should deliver, that their sons will take over from wherever their father stopped, and that is it. So they were not saying that because Queen Naomi has seen that there are other princes as well. So if you don't allow your son to come to his father or go to his father, that he might lose out from most of the things that they are doing in the palace, most of the things that they are sharing. The king might not involve, or they might not involve the Queen Naomi's son, sorry, Prince Tade. So I was just wondering why they would say something like that. And it's not about that. The king just loves his children. Ooni of Ife loves his children very, very well. It's not about wealth. It's not about their mother. He's not the kind of person. He's not that kind of person. Because if you follow the king's gist very well, his first daughter, he's not even married to the mom, or he wasn't even married to the mom, but he takes care of her like there is no tomorrow. Like, he loves her, he takes care of her, he makes sure that she has everything that she wants. Anything that she wants, he gives it to her. I mean, that's the kind of person the king is. His children are his top priority. So he loves them so much. He takes care of them with all that he has. So the prince has never had an issue, because normally when Queen Naomi left, they were expecting. When Queen Naomi left, they were expecting them to have, like, they were expecting that the king will not take care of the prince, will not want to take care of the prince because, you know, because when Naomi left. But to the amazement of everybody, you know, the king continued taking care of Queen Naomi and his son. Like, yes, because I heard that he bought a car for them. He bought a car for Queen Naomi. I mean, he bought a car for the prince, and everybody celebrated him and all that. So, but he's a very good person. He's a very good person, and I'm happy about the way they went about their issues, the way they settled their differences. I mean, who wouldn't want to settle issues with the king? The king is is an intelligent man, a very handsome man. Of course, you all know his weakness. Everybody have their own weaknesses, which he tried to rectify. And Queen Naomi is happy. She's happy. You can see, if you saw her in the occasion, you can see the love in her eyes, that she was actually truly truly happy to be around the king. And, like, do you understand? She was so excited, she was so happy, and all attention was on Queen Naomi. Everybody was just looking at her. Everybody focused their attention on Queen Naomi. She stole the moment. Yes, she stole the moment, because I feel like a lot of people love her. A lot of people want to be close to her. Um, a lot of people wants to be her friend. Just and so, and somebody else says, I had one gist that a lot of people that didn't uh that that snubbed Queen Naomi when she left the palace, people that were always close to her then, you know they when she left the palace, and they stopped calling her, they stopped inviting her for occasion. Pastor Oloburu, Abi Oloburu, I don't know. I heard the gist that, some people were criticizing her for her behavior. Like a lot of them that were always close to Queen Naomi, always going around Queen Naomi, hailing her. Immediately she just had issues with her husband. They stopped going close to her because they didn't want to have issues with the king as well. They stopped being friends with her. They stopped inviting her for their occasion. And most of these people are the people that Queen Naomi used to have church programs with. Most of the time she used to host crusade, some in front of the palace, some in Ife, and mostly at her ministry. And or she can be an outside guest to preach in some ministries. They didn't they didn't like, they never called her again, they never went to her, they never spoke with her. And it was like a lot of people left her in her downtime. Now they are saying that since Queen Naomi came back, that they are now trying to that they are saying that Queen Naomi has reconciled with the king. They are now trying to be friends with her. Well, people will advise Queen Naomi that, of course, she's no longer naive, she's no longer a child. They will advise Queen Naomi not to mingle with a lot of people. She should keep her distance. And of course, in the aspect of what she says, you already know her. She's not someone that talks too much. If not, this issue would have been irreconcilable. And yes, they are able to make amends, because she didn't grant any interview. She didn't all these things that they used to do now, that they will invite people to come and sit down and start revealing themselves and all that. So she didn't grant any of that, and which is so commendable. you know and I'm so happy that Naomi has, she has finally gotten back with her husband, and both of them truly loves each other. Because a lot of you were actually saying, I said this before, I'll keep repeating this, because most people actually said that suits her well, that serves her right. Because, I mean, how can she say she's a prophetess, and they said she went to the palace to seduce the king. I was like, she's a human being. Even if she's serving the Lord, that doesn't stop her from loving anybody, choosing to love anybody. You know, like, she cannot control the feelings of the heart. And she went to the palace to preach to the king. Then she went to the palace to preach to the king, and when she got to the palace, the king saw her and liked her. In fact, both of them literally loved each other. It was love at first sight. And they started making preparations for their wedding and all that, you know. And I can remember vividly well that a lot of people criticized that. It was all over the news, like, how can it work? A traditionalist and a Christ and a prophetess, like, two religion meeting each other. Of course, you know what religion does to our people, but not that. They were just really concerned about, can this young lady, because as of then Queen Naomi was very, very young, can this young lady manage this? Can she handle this? Can she handle the palace, the issues of the palace, the issues of kinship, the issues of traditionalists? You know, a lot of people were talking out of concern for Queen Naomi, while most people were actually talking from, you know, their religious aspects. You know, so, and they eventually got married. It was just love. So for people that says that it was not love, that they didn't love each other, they just want to, that Queen Naomi just went to the king the king because the king because he's a king and he has money. It was all about his money. A lot were actually said that it was because of the king's money that Queen Naomi married him and all that. But you all can see that this was just love at first sight. And yes, people that truly love each other, once they have issues, they will come back to settle their differences, no matter how many years they've separated. As long as it is not the issue of a toxic relationship, they will still reconcile their differences. But I'm so happy for Queen Naomi because a lot of people didn't see this coming anytime soon. It is even more difficult now that the king has married the women in his life. So they feel like it was going to be even more difficult now for him to even settle with Queen Naomi, settle their differences and all that. But we are not, I mean, I'm not surprised that the king actually settled with Queen Naomi. I'm not really surprised, honestly. If I tell you that I'm surprised, I am lying. I'm not really surprised because I knew that they would definitely settle their issues one day because they still love each other and there's a child involved. Yes, my beautiful people. And well, coming live makes this is what I like doing, bringing gist to you people. It's coming live makes it easier for me, like, to converse and interact with every one of us, every one of you here. And I'm really, really excited for this on YouTube. I really like this aspect of YouTube, that you can actually go on live and, you know, discuss a lot with your people this is really, really interesting, and I like it. I really, really like it, and I'm enjoying the fact that I can really come here to gist with you people, to tell you people the gist. And of course, this is Gist Us TV. This is what we do. We give you gist about what is happening, what is trending. I bring mostly royal gist because I love everything royalty. Is so serene to me, so sacred to me. I like it so much. So I bring royal gist to you people. And yes, you people that are saying that Olori actually is rushing back home because she feels like a lot has happened, that people are taking away her love from the king's love from her. And most of you saying that you all know that Olori actually likes competition a lot. Yes, now she can't wait to come back because Queen Naomi has been trending recently, and reason being that she was with the king. The king invited her for the occasion and she spent time with the king, and so that is the aspect that Olori actually likes, like she wants to come and trend. Well, um no, na no wetin una dey talk. Na that's for you people. I'm sure she wants to come and see her husband. She said she don't try to stay away for a while, and yes, so it's not easy to stay away from your husband, and of course to bring their child home so that the king can see his son, his third prince. Yes, and you people that said something about Olori actually feeling herself, they said, people said something about Olori actually mentioning that her son is a British citizen and also a Nigerian citizen, and her son is from two royal houses in Ife, so he has every chance to emerge as the Ife, the Ooni of Ife, once when it is their own turn. I mean, you people don't want her to express herself. She's so happy. I mean, she's from royalty. It's natural that she only speaks about things that concerns royalty. I mean, she's royalty, so it's natural she speaks of things that concerns royalty. I think she held her mind. That is what she as a mother wants and feels for her son. So, like, she's saying it out doesn't mean that she's trying to snub anybody or trying to make jest of anybody or that. No, her son has the chance to compete in their own time, to compete as to sit in her father's throne as the Ooni of Ife. Of course, you all know that this throne is not hereditary. Yes, the you all know how it is done when the time comes, and of course, her son has every chance to emerge as the Ooni of Ife because she came from two royal houses. So if they don't pick her from this papa house, they will pick her from the mama house. Yes, so that was what she meant by that, and people are taking it the other way around. Well, she said what she said, and it is what it is. And if her husband supports what she said in public, you don't have any choice but to accept it like that. So Olori actually is coming back to Nigeria, and I heard that she's going to meet with Naomi. Like, they have a lot to talk about, they have a lot to trash, they have a lot to talk about, because it seems like, according to what I'm hearing, that they are still not good, though Olori actually has been trying every possible means to rectify issues with Queen Naomi, but you know it's not going to be that easy. Is the issue of betrayal. So they are still going to rectify the issues, they are still going to try to settle their differences, and that is it. So my beautiful people, if you've not subscribed to my channel, I'm pleading with you to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to like and share my videos, and don't forget to comment nicely. Don't forget to comment nicely. Yes, please subscribe to my channel, and thank you all so very much for always coming around. Yes, if you missed my live, don't worry, I'll always come live more often. I'll always come live to, this is more easier for me, even in my tight schedule, so I can always come live to talk about all these things, so that somebody will not say we heard and you didn't hear it from here. I'll always bring gist to you people. Thank you all so very much for always coming around for view my channel. If you've not subscribed to my channel, please do well to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to like and share my videos, and don't forget to comment nicely. Have a blessed day. Bye.